Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's a good, lovely day in the city of Abuja, and we're still in the euphoria of Victor Osimhen and Asisat Oshoala with Super Falcons taking all the awards in the CAF 2023 award right there in Marrakech, Morocco. And it's a good thing. That is why you can see smiles on my face. But I will still talk about that in the course of the show. Probably let's start with these news all the way from Uganda. And the Yellow Greens of Nigeria, the cricket Yellow Greens of Nigeria team, will be playing their third game in the ICC T20 Women's World Cup qualifier that will happen in UAE and Bangladesh. They lost their first game by 9 wickets to Namibia, and their second game against Rwanda, they were able to win by 4 wickets, and they will be taking on, as we speak, that game probably will be starting right there in Uganda. They will be taking on Uganda, that's the host country, to at least for a semi-final bet, which is what they are looking forward to. Our ladies, they are very good side. Let's not forget that this team defeated the Ugandans during the Kibwiki T20 African Championship in Rwanda. They've met this team 4 times, Rwanda having the upper hand 3 times. Uganda has beaten Nigeria, but of recent we defeated them in Rwanda, where the Kibwiki T20 championship took place. So they will be coming up against Uganda to see how they can pick the second semi-final ticket. Uganda is already at the top of the group. They've won 2 games with 6 points, and Nigeria just have 3 points. Nigeria is looking to also have that 6 points and qualify for the semi-final. That game will be, as we speak, at the Entebbe Cricket Oval in Uganda. And for the Yellow Greens of Nigeria cricket women's team, they are fantastic, led by the inspirational captain and ever dependable Blessing, a team who has had 50 caps for Nigeria in the game against Namibia, and her 51st cap for Nigeria against Rwanda. And today, as we speak, it's going to be her 53rd cap for the Yellow Greens of Nigeria. That is a very, very big milestone for the inspirational captain. And as we speak, that game probably is at the starting stages, where the Yellow Greens of Nigeria will be looking to pick the second ticket in that group, to pick the semi-final ticket. And as it stands, they have the chance of picking that ticket. And the two finalists will pick just 2 slots to represent Africa at the Women's World Cup, and that is what we're looking at. First of all, we have to pick the semi-final ticket before we can probably look to maybe get into the final. And even though we don't win it, at the end of the day, once we get to the final from the semi-final, we are sure that we will be representing the African region in the ICC T20 Women's World Cup in Bangladesh and the United Arab Emirates, and that is where we will be looking at. And definitely for the Yellow Greens of Nigeria is a fantastic one. Their first game they lost, their second, despite that loss, they gave a good account of themselves. That loss against Namibia, and then in the second game against Rwanda, they had to dig it deep, despite rain didn't allow the free flow of that game, but they were able to hold on, and they won that game by 4 wickets. So they will be playing Uganda as we speak in their last group game. They are in Group B. That's their last group game, to see how they can definitely get one of the semi-final ticket. That is what we are looking at in the course of the show. If Jeremiah Omoni is ready, he's going to be joining us via Zoom all the way from Ekiti, so that he also can react to this story and see how probably the Yellow Greens cricket women's team of Nigeria can progress in the tournament. All right, still talking about some fantastic Nigeria outings in the continent. This time around, we'll talk about basketball. The Nigerian Customs, they are the team representing Nigeria at the inaugural FIBA African Women's Basketball League. They won the regional champions here in championship here in Abuja, and now they are in Alexandria in Egypt, where that is where the event is going on. And they won their first game against Aspak, and then they lost their second game to Kenya Port Authority, KPA, just last night. That game went down in Alexandria in Egypt. So they will be taking on Alexandria, their third game, and they'll be looking forward to winning it. That game will be coming up tonight in Egypt, and we believe that the Customs ladies can definitely get the maximum win in that competition. If you look at it, the Customs ladies have been doing so well, and it boils down to tell you that the Nigerian paramilitary and military officers do so well to at least in sports. They know what sports is all about. They invest their time, they invest their money, they invest everything to see how sports can be better in the country. So, and that is why we have the Nigerian Custom ladies representing Nigeria, the inaugural FIBA Africa Women's Basketball League. This is the first one, and for the Nigeria Custom ladies, they won their first game and they lost their second games to KPA, that is Kenya Port Authority, and they will be taking on Sporting Alexandria, the host team in Egypt. Let's see how these ladies can actually definitely get the maximum win. Like you know, they lost to the Kenya Port Authority, I think 57-43. That game ended in favor of the Kenya Port Authority, that is the KPA team from Kenya, and 53-73, I beg your pardon, that's the final score. If you look at the Kenya ladies, they are happy from that picture, but they did well. For Ikem, the Ikem Akarewe, that's the captain of the Custom ladies. She also did so well in this particular game. She had about 16 rebounds and 9 assists. So, but it wasn't really enough for her team to get the maximum win against KPA. 53-73 it ended, 73 for KPA and 53 for Nigerian Customs. I don't know if Jeremiah Money is ready to join all the way from Ekiti via Zoom. Okay, from my director, they say he is not definitely ready. That game will be coming up against the Sporting Alexandria later tonight in Egypt. We hope that the Custom ladies will pick the maximum points against this tough team, the host team. The host team have won 2 games, so they are looking to win their 3rd game against the Customs ladies of Nigeria. All right, let's leave that story. Let's leave basketball story and quickly look at this particular one where the CAF award, like I started from the beginning of the show, we cannot stop talking about the CAF awards. Yes, it's a big one. It was a big night for Nigeria on Monday in Marrakech, Morocco, and commendations, thumbs up have been coming in from every walks of life in Nigeria, from every sector in Nigeria, from the fans, football-loving fans of Nigeria, and from the 200 million plus Nigerians who love sports. Have also been commending Victor Osimhen, Asisat Oshoala, Chiamaka Nnadozie, and the entire Super Falcons team for their exploit at the 2023 CAF Awards that went down on Monday in Marrakech, Morocco. And now another, the Sports Writer Association of Nigeria, SWAN, from her president, that is Benjami Isaiah, he actually commended Osimhen, Oshoala, Nnadozie, and Super Falcons for picking that award. We actually dominated that award in Marrakech. We won the 2 most valuable, the prestigious categories in the awards, the Men's Player of the Year and the Women's Player of the Year. And then the goalkeeper of the year for women, at least we are holding these three key awards. Nigerians, Chiamaka Nnadozie for the goalkeeper of the year award for women, and then Asisat Oshoala winning a record 6th African Women's Footballer of the Year title. Fantastic one. She has set that record. She surpasses the record set by Yaya Toure when he won 5 African Player of the Year award. That is Yaya Toure. But for Asisat Oshoala right now, she has dominated that award, making it 6 in the both male. No man, no woman has ever won 6 times Player of the Year award for the continent. And for Asisat Oshoala, she's holding that record right now, and it's going to take a while for that record to be broken. And that is why the commendation is coming from the Sports Writers Association to this achievement, and also congratulating NFF, at least the Ibrahim Gusso led board this time around. It's a sign of good things that we are seeing in our sports, but we still need to do more. The AFCON is not far away. What is in the offing for the Super Eagles in Côte d'Ivoire 2023, precisely to be played in 2024? We just have a few weeks away from now to the AFCON. What will the Super Eagles do? Will this whole dominance, Victor Osimhen win the CAF Player of the Year, Asisat Oshoala winning the Women's CAF Player of the Year, Chiamaka Nnadozie with the Golden Glove in the continent of Africa, will this spur the Super Eagles on to at least to win the 4th AFCON title in Côte d'Ivoire? The last time we won it was in 2013, quite some number of years. And before then, well, it was before we won it in 2013, it was 19 years in between 2013 and then 1994, the last time we won it. So it's quite a number of years, though we've won the bronze, that's the 3rd place, more than any other team in Africa. We've won it a record 8 times. That's for the bronze, 3rd place finish in AFCON. So, but as it stands, we want to win the AFCON title for a record 4th time, and then counting, maybe making it 6 times also, just like the way Egypt dominated the AFCON title. But it's a good one. Let's see how all of these awards that happened on Monday we boost the confidence of the Super Eagles. We are on track to, there's a mantra out there right now, let's do it again, Super Eagles. We can do it with the crop of players we have. I believe we can do it, and for all of these awards, that is why the Sports Writers Association, SWAN, that's the body in charge of sports journalists, just like me, we are actually sending our commendation, our thumbs up to Victor Osimhen, Asisat Oshoala, Chiamaka Nnadozie, and the entire Super Falcons team, alongside Randy Waldrum, the coach of the side, Justin Madugo, the assistant, Eukuria, and every other person that really did make sure that the Super Falcons did so well in the last World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. We were lost by penalties to England, that's in the 2nd round, and it was a painful defeat, but we actually gave a good account of ourselves, beating the almighty Australia, a host team who was ranked ahead of the Super Falcons right there, and we were able to, we had Canada to a goalless draw. That is where Deborah Abiodun actually showed like a million stars. And for Chiamaka Nnadozie, she was able to save the ageless Sinclair penalty that plays for Chelsea. She saved her penalty. We had two draws and 1 win, and we made it to the 2nd round in the FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. This is quite a lot of achievement for the Super Falcons. And now we already have one of our leg. We've already qualified for the Women's Nations Cup come next year. And then we are at the verge of qualifying for the Olympics next year. We have a date with Cameroon. That is the Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon. The Super Falcons will be keeping a date with them. That is early next year. And then let's see if the Super Falcons will be in Paris 2024. All of these and many more happened for us on Monday night. And with that, Swan is saying congratulations to Osimhen, congratulations to Chiamaka Nnadozie, congratulations to Super Falcons team, and congratulations to the NFF also, and congratulations to everybody out there that voted massively for Nigerian players, for Victor Osimhen, for Asisat Oshoala, for Chiamaka Nnadozie, and everybody who supported these awards on Monday night in Marrakech, in Morocco. All right, but let's see, talking about the round leader game. There were actions in match day 5 of the Nigerian Women's Football League. We had actions in Nigerian Women's Football League in match day 5. These are the results. We have Danas. Let's not forget that it's divided into 2 groups. We have Group A and Group B. Now, these are the full results of all matches played in match day 5 of the Women's Nigerian Women's Football League. Danas Lady beat Edo Queens. That's a surprise result right there at the Onikon Stadium in Lagos 2-1. Confluence Queens of Kogi State beat Robo Queens 2-0 also. And then Remo Stars beat Nasarawa Amazons' first loss of the season, 2-0. That game happened at Ikene in Ogun State. Delta Queens and Sunshine Queens of Akure played a 1-1 draw, and Adamawa Queens surprisingly also beat Rivers Angels, former champions, 2-1. It ended, and Ekiti Queens left it late at the Oluyemi Olukayode Stadium in Ekiti, pipped Heartland Queens of Owerri 1-0. So it's a fantastic result in match day 5 of the Nigerian Women's Football League. You can catch all of these actions on the screen. You can stream these games live. After 33 years of waiting, the Nigerian Women's League is back on the screen. You can stream all of these games on the screen. You can stream all of these games live on your Android phone, on your iOS, and every other gadgets, electronic gadgets you have with you. All you just need to do is to have data on your phone, and you get those games live. And that is all the way to go. It's good that we have this league. If you look at the Women's Soccer League in England, they also show their games on TV, and it's a fantastic one. We just need publicity, because we need to at least put our league out there, at least to get sponsors, and that is what we want. Nigerian league is growing, and is growing very fast. And for the women's league also, I think it's fantastic job from Aisha Falode now down to Nkechi Obi, who is the chairperson of the Nigerian Women's Football League. A lot of innovations has been going on in the women's football. So it's just we need all the support to see how the women's league can be viable in the land and in the country. All right, let's leave the shores of Nigeria and go straight to Europe. There were actions. Somebody says the boys have been separated from the men. Yes, that is true. It is the UEFA Champions League group games last night in Europe, and we had a lot of games lined up in the remaining groups. We know that Group A, B, C, D played on Tuesday, and E to H had to conclude the games last night. All right, let's look at result in Group E. We have Atletico Madrid beat Lazio 2-0, and Celtic surprisingly beat Feyenoord 2-1. That is in Group E of the UEFA Champions League. And if you look at it, we already have the round of 16 teams. The draws will be coming up on Monday. Let's look at how let's look how they finished in the group. We have Atletico Madrid topping the table after 6 games. They have 14 points, and then Lazio followed with 10 points, and then we have Feyenoord who's third with 6 points, and Celtic just have 4 points with -10 goal difference. Now with that, Feyenoord will be playing in the Europa League, will drop to the Europa League, and for Lazio, they join Atletico Madrid to go into the round of 16. Now, let's look at Group F. Let's look at Group F. We had result, surprisingly, PSG, all of the teams, apart from Borussia Dortmund, who already qualified, but for the remaining 3 teams, PSG, Newcastle United, and AC Milan, have that opportunity of joining Borussia Dortmund in the round of 16, and one team will have to drop to Europa. So when Borussia Dortmund was actually winning that game, it was a good news for Newcastle also, because they were also 1-0 up against AC Milan. But at the end of the day, in the second half of that game, power changed hand, the position changed, and Borussia Dortmund against PSG, it was 1-1. And for Newcastle United, so happy for our own Super Eagles player, that is Samuel Chukwueze, coming on from the bench to get that second goal. Superb goal, a lob over the goalkeeper 2-1 it ended, and Newcastle's journey after 20 years out of the Champions League ended last night. Now Borussia Dortmund qualified to the round of 16 with 11 points and 3-goal difference, and PSG followed with 8 points on with 1-goal difference, and AC Milan also finished with 8 points, but because of the deficit they have, minus 3-goal difference, they now drop to the Europa League. But for Newcastle United, their journey ended in Europe last night, and it was a painful one for Eddie Howe and the full entire team. It was for Samuel Chukwueze. I think they will never forget him for actually stunning them with that second goal after Giroud helped to level things in the assist of that to level things for AC Milan, and ended 2-1 in favor of AC Milan, and they qualified to play in the Europa League. And now let's go to group. Let's look at the Group G, Group H. I beg your pardon. 5-3, 8-goal thriller between FC Porto, 2004 champions, against Shakhtar the Donetsk of Ukraine. It ended 5 in favor of FC Porto, and surprisingly, Royal Antwerp stunned Barcelona 3-2 right there in Belgium. Though Barcelona have already qualified, but this is not the kind of result that should be seen with Xavi and his entire team. Okay, let's look at the teams that made it through from Group H. Let's look how the table finished. Barcelona had 12 points with 6-goal difference, and we have FC Porto followed second. That's a mix-up with 12 points also. Both teams qualified in Group H, and then for Shakhtar, they will be playing in the Europa League. For Royal Antwerp, they got their first point in the group against Barcelona when they beat Barcelona 3-2. Let's quickly look at the overall team. Let's look at the team's logos that have qualified to the round of 16. We have Arsenal there, we have Atletico Madrid, we have Barcelona, we have Bayern Munich, we have FC Copenhagen of Denmark, we have Borussia Dortmund, Inter Milan, Lazio, Leipzig, Manchester City, Napoli, PSV, who qualify alongside with Arsenal. We have Real Madrid, we have Real Sociedad, we have Porto, and then we have Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. So all of these teams will know their group opponents. Let's not forget that the runners-up in each group will be paired up with those who top each group, and that is it. We might see a surprising fixture in the round of 16, but don't expect Manchester City and Real Madrid to meet this time around again, because both teams finished group leaders in their various groups. So we might just see some of these smaller teams coming up against the big boys, the top teams. But for Manchester City, do they have that firepower? Do they have what it takes to, or at least to defend the title they won last season? I don't know if Jeremiah Omoni is ready before we round up the show. Okay, my director say he's not there. All right, let's leave the UEFA Champions League and quickly look at the second tier league in Europe. That is the Europa League. Games will be coming up tonight in the Europa League. Let's look at Group A to D. We have Olympiacos against Baka Tupola. We have West Ham United, who will be in England to welcome FC Freiburg of Germany. In Group B, Ajax with Trade Tackles with AEK Athens of Greece. Brighton, we welcome Marseille from Ligue 1, Aris Limassol of Cyprus, we play Sparta Prague, with Real Betis, with Trade Tackles with Rangers of Scotland, and then Rako Sheskowa, we play Atlanta, and then Sporting Lisbon against SK Stormgrass. That is the Europa League games lined up for tonight. Now we also have the third tier league that was created to integrate other clubs, just to have a feel what games look like in the continent. We have the Europa Conference League fixtures in Group A. We have Lille of France against KI Klasvik. We have Slovan Bratislava against Olimpija Ljubljana. And then in Group B, Maccabi Tel Aviv against KA Gent. Zoya Lunsky against Breda Blake. Dynamo Zagreb in Group C. We play Bakani, Victoria Pleasant against Astana. And then in Group D, Club Brugge, we play Bodo Glimt of Norway and Lugano FC against Besiktas of Turkey. That is the Europa Conference League. All right, we're sorry that Jeremiah Omoni couldn't join us on the show 360 Sports on Trust TV this morning, and that is where we'll leave it on the show this morning. I am Emmanuel Fashemi saying thanks for watching.
Good evening, everyone. This means so much to me because of where I'm coming from and the things I've been through to arrive to where I am today. I think I'm really proud of myself, how far I've come, and the people that have really inspired me on this journey. My family, my friends, and my fans, the ones that have been there for me through the hard time. To be standing here as the 2023 player of the year, it's a huge one for me. I can't lie, it's a big milestone for me because this award is one of the most prestigious trophy in world football, and I'm happy to have won it. So it feels great to bring this back home to Nigeria. Shows the kind of bunch of talent we have in the country. And when they were about to call the name, of course, I was really confident because I had good season. But I can't take away the